Hi, Scott Lucas here with Lucas Financial Services and Wisdom Tax Group. And today I have a really important message for everybody trying to help you maximize your wealth. So this one is really urgent, timely message to everyone. If you have a taxable investment portfolio, you might be able to significantly lower your tax bill, but you have to act now. This action has to be taken in the tax year of 2023. And many of you, it needs to be done before December 12th or December 15th, based on the type of holdings you have. So you need to let me help you. There's no cost for this evaluation. And I think it's something that just is really undervalued and people don't really understand. And I want to also say that there's no cost for this evaluation. It's very simple to do, and I can show you how to do it, but you got to let me help you. Part of the problem is that most tax preparers, they're only doing that as they're preparing your taxes. They're not proactively giving you advice. The fee that you pay them is for the tax preparation and not the advice. And from most advisors' perspective, some of them don't really understand the whole benefit of the tax loss harvesting, and it's simply more work. It is timely for them to do, and they don't get any extra pay for it. So some people are either don't really know the best way to do it, or they're just kind of lazy. So first of all, I thought I would share with you, got a couple screens working here. So bear with me a second. So I thought I would show you screenshot. This is a text message I got last year. Said, hey buddy, appreciate the help with the tax harvest. It allowed me to keep an extra $20,000. So he was pretty happy about that. And I've been talking to him about it. And he goes, I didn't think it was that big of a deal. And he goes, why do you need that information? I go, trust me, it's going to make a difference. And so he was basically telling me he was glad that he realized that. And then here was a follow-up one. He goes, I thought the way I understood that tax law, that was only like a $3,000 deduction. So he didn't really think it was that big of a deal. And the reality is it was something much bigger. Some advisors are not fully aware of, how the impact of tax loss harvesting can work. Anyway, this is just somebody that totally realized the benefit of that. So why am I making such a big deal about that right now? Well, several reasons. One has been due to the down market. A lot of people don't realize that, they knew 2022 was a bad year, but it was considered the worst year in the financial markets possibly ever outside of the Great Depression. And it wasn't the worst stock market. It was about the 7th worst stock market. But the issue was that everything got hit. Stocks, bonds, all types of securities all went down. And usually, if like it's a down year in the stock market, the bond market's up. And it was actually the worst year ever recorded for the bond market. So that means that there's a lot of opportunities out there. A lot of people did not do any of this strategy last year, so they missed out last year, but there's still potential availability this year. Here's another thing from, obviously I get contacted from all these different companies all the time, but here's just a notification from BlackRock. 99% of core bond funds are down 20%. And this is just, I already knew this, but anyway, I'm just kind of giving you some third-party support that. So here you've got a lot of bond funds are even showing negative returns for 3 years and 5 years with what happened. And so if you're holding bond funds in a taxable account, there's things that you can do to make your bottom line better. So anyway, here I have research. So I use Morningstar for a lot of my research, and so I have a list from them of a lot of the different funds that are going to have a high distribution this year. That's going to have a pretty significant negative tax implication. And so I'm going to go pick on one of them down here. This was actually kind of funny. And you'll see why here in just a minute. So these are all of the ones that are having some pretty high like look at this one here. This is going to have a 12% distribution in mid-December. Most of these are generally like right around mid-December, like right around December 15th. They're all different, but that's kind of the most popular time. So here's a 12% distribution that you could get hit with on your tax liability. So this one, this was the funniest one. This is the highest one I saw on the list. It's the JP Morgan Tax Aware Equity Fund. All right. So it's tax aware, and it's got an estimated distribution of 21.4%. So anyway, I'm going to show you an exact example, and maybe this will help you understand a little bit of what I'm talking about on the tax loss harvesting. Oh shoot, I lost my page here. Sorry, there we go. So what I did is I took, and this is all information through Morningstar. So I took this hypothetical, this fund, the JP Morgan Tax Aware Strategy. And so maybe this will help clarify it a little bit, but you don't need to be the expert. You just need to let me help you. Suppose you had $100,000 in this fund and you bought it January of 2022. Of course, 2022 is a bad year. At the end of that year, your $100,000 is worth $80,138, but it had capital gain distributions of $6,472. If you had a tax loss harvested this year or in that year, you could have actually taken a deduction instead of, so it could have been a net $3,000 loss on your tax return versus a positive $6,472. That's a $9,000 swing. Here we are through January through October of this year. It is going to, so now your value is worth, in the beginning it was 80,000. As of yesterday, it was worth $90,000, $90,367. But you're going to get hit with a capital gain distribution of $21,000 according to that report that I have. All right, but the thing is if you take proper action, you can offset that, and that's going to make a huge difference in your tax bill. But anyway, I just, like, as I was going through that list, I'm like, holy moly, how funny is that? It's the tax aware fund. I think the tax awareness is like, hey, you're going to have to pay a ton of taxes on this. But anyway, there's ways to avoid that or minimize those taxes, but you have to, you have to take action in order to do that. Mutual funds in taxable accounts generally have the biggest negative tax implications. So it also is an opportunity to, utilize other types of investments when you're doing some of this tax loss harvesting to be more tax efficient in the future. So anyway, hopefully that was helpful as far as trying to understand a little bit what I'm talking about with the tax loss harvesting. And so anyway, trying to help you out. There's several different ways we could go about it. First, you could send me a copy of your current holdings and what the cost basis is, and this is on taxable accounts only. It doesn't apply to IRAs or 401ks. All right. The second option would be we could arrange a Zoom meeting, and during that Zoom meeting together, we could log in and pull the into your account and pull up the appropriate reporting so we could tell what we could do for you. And the third option would be to come to the office. Whatever works, best or is most convenient for you. But I'm telling you, it's really important to take action on this stuff. Time is running out. It can make a huge difference in your tax bill, and it's very easy to do if you know what you're doing. Anyway, I hope you found that useful, and we will try to reach out to everybody, but you can help us by reaching out to us first, getting on the calendar, because it's a very, very busy time for us trying to help everybody minimize their tax bill and create more efficient portfolios. It's about the net return that you got and not the gross return that really matters. Anyway, thank you, and have a great day.